Well, hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with clean intermittent fasting and my OMAD. And I didn't just land here in clean IF and OMAD land. It was definitely a journey and probably is the same for you, no matter what your food plan. Most of us changed up our food plans when we weren't getting the results that we wanted. And I don't know about you, but from a very young age, of course, it was pushed that we were slim and trim and how come you're gaining weight and everything else. And I know in the 60s, they really started to tamper with the American foods. And a lot of us just, I've seen a lot of people say it's not your fault if you're fat because of what they do to the foods. And I know a lot of people say that if we were in Europe, we wouldn't have these problems. I mean, just what they do to the flour here in the States versus over there. We are so um, we are so behind the stick, the ball, with Europe when it comes to taking care of the people with the food restrictions and laws and things like that. Enough said about that. Like, who knows, really? All I know is that I'm a foodie. I love to eat. I I probably am a high volume eater, at least with my salad. If any of you have seen when I have a big bowl of salad. And today, for example, I'm having that cute little omelet. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's going to have one sweet Italian sausage. It's going to have 1.5 strips of bacon. It's going to have some organic cream cheese. I'm a cream cheese fan more than a regular cheese fan, although if I was to have a pizza, I'd love the cheese. But I love the cream cheese in this omelet. It's open face. I've got some organic broccoli that I will saute and put in it as well. Maybe a slice or two of the ham that I have. So it's going to be a pretty high protein omelet. And and I don't even know if it qualifies as an omelet. It has an egg in it, maybe two. We'll see how the volume of it goes. And on the side of that, I'm having that cute little square bubble plate with some organic romaine that I get from Whole Foods, along with some organic Olivia's baby butter lettuce and some crumbled organic blue cheese that I get from Whole Foods. Now, it's funny because I work at a retail grocery store, but I go to Whole Foods because they have cheaper prices. Thank you, Amazon. And they have cheaper, and they have better and more varieties of organic products to buy. It's so easy to go there and just spend $20 and get an organic peach or two, some a baby butter lettuce, some organic lettuce. I got the organic sunflower kernels there the other day. I can get a cute little 6 pack of eggs that are cheaper than the retail store. Our store has the happy eggs on sale this week, which is great, $1 off the cute little 6 pack, but they don't have any. But boy, that sign is there saying $1 off. Well, great. But they don't have them in stock. So I don't know if it's because it's been so hot and humid every day that I kind of gravitate towards the omelet salad routine route, or if it's just that's the way that I'm going with my little taste buds. I know that I also am craving, I know it's weird, a ham sandwich on an English muffin, toasted, with some Cape Cod chips, the 40% less fat ones. They seem to do it for me. And another salad. I don't know. Weird taste. Maybe it's the heat. Maybe it's the heat. I can say that in the winter too, though, can't I? So I continue to love my clean intermittent fasting. I have some Himalayan salt in a shaker over the stove that I really wasn't using as I cooked. And I started putting a little grind of that into my coffee because it is so hot for some sort of salt in my system. And I don't know if it's, miraculously doing its thing or not, but I like the idea that it is. So I continue to do it. And what other changes have I made? I'm not really into like drastic changes. I kind of get into food cycles where I could have the same same kind of family thing every day, not get sick of it. Right now, it's the romaine lettuce with the baby butter lettuce in it with the crumbled blue cheese. I love that with some extra virgin olive oil. It happens to be a bottle that I got at Trader Joe's, so I'm using that. I haven't been to Trader Joe's in so long, though. But it was a pretty bottle, and it was in what I call my Walmart warehouse in the basement as I go through the things. I donated all the things that Greg only used to eat already to the food pantry. But these are the things that, I love that I'm using, just trying to be frugal, the gal from New England, and it all just works for me. But seeing that my food plan is mostly produce and fresh meat, it's like, But I do take something from the freezer when I'm having it. Like I've got some pub burgers frozen. I love the pub burgers. When I go to Whole Foods today, I'm thinking of getting some of their corn, them being the ones that have the best produce to look at, to buy, and having the salad with an ear of corn and a pub burger. And to me, that is a happy camper sort of meal. I keep it simple. I've been looking at people cooking chicken thighs and, that nice brown skin that they seem to get. I've got my new little cast iron lodge. They call it a wok, but it's just nice. I got it, and it's just the right size for one to make an omelet, to do a stir fry if I do that. Um, and I like it because it's high sided, so when I cook bacon, I don't have to clean the entire top of the stove. I used to bake like a whole package of bacon when Greg was alive because, we'd both work off of it. Now I kind of go, a couple of strips of bacon at a time just so it's fresh. Um, just the changes that I've made. I continue to drink the good water. And so in my clean intermittent fasting, it's the usual. I know I'm a broken record, but this broken record keeps like breaking the record of like, I can't believe that this is how, I can eat, I can enjoy, and I can feel and be at almost 73. I'll be 73 like in a month. And I it's the clean intermittent fasting. And the clean part is the miracle for me. So I keep it plain water. I have the Element little packet, raw unflavored, in my morning water. And then, as I said, I've got the little grind of the salt in the coffee as I go through the day. It's always black. I have a great big bag of beans, Starbucks French roast from BJ's, and I canceled my membership, but I'm going to miss that one because that was a deal in today's coffee prices. If you've seen them, it's like, what does it cost in a store? I know how much it costs for me to make it at home, but coffee is a very important thing if you're a clean intermittent faster because a lot of us just have our black coffee through the day to keep us going, and we look forward to it, and we've gotten used to the flavor of black coffee. It took a few months, but I'm glad that I did. And it's a big part of my day because it gets me through. It almost looks purple outside, doesn't it? Kind of pretty. So it's another summer day on Cape Cod, and it is my day off. So I'm up. I prepped two sausages and um, a few strips of bacon, finished off the package that I was working on. And so I've got that in the fridge. So obviously I've got a second omelet planned because I put the sweet Italian sausage in it. Or um I could have some pasta with a sweet Italian sausage. Who knows? Yesterday I had pasta carbonara because I had cooked a 2-ounce pack of pancetta, and so it's only 2 ounces, so an ounce for the first time I had it, an ounce for the second with angel hair pasta, and delicious. Loved it, and the ubiquitous, ever-present salad, which is the baby butter lettuce and the romaine right now. Although I do have the fixins for one of the big salads where I put in cucumbers and slaw and carrots, cabbage, things like that, along with things like the slices of ham and a couple of strips of bacon cut up for some flavor, feta cheese, um, an avocado. But the avocados I was feeling at my store the other day were too hard. They wouldn't have, I don't like to buy them too hard because they seem to go from too hard to overripe overnight sometimes. So I kind of like to get them with a little push because then I know I could have them either later on in that day or the next day, and they would be good. There's nothing like opening a beautiful avocado when you see people cook and you see them open, the avocado. It just always looks so inviting, doesn't it? Nothing like an avocado. And because, our bodies love fat, our brains love fat, avocado is the perfect superfood. And I'm not supposed to say, I don't say superfood, the perfect food for our brains for making a salad a lot more creamy and fun. And it's really cool. Have you ever done the avocado baked with the egg in it? I've done it a couple of times, but I probably do it in the winter more than I do it now. Um, oh yeah, when I have my big salad, I like to put in the hard-boiled eggs too. So I have fun with my food. It's very simple. It's very repetitive. I would be a boring person in any person's house. I cook for myself now, so I can just pretty much, you know, make what I like. And yeah, somebody said I'm saying a lot of you knows again. I guess I am. So I make a lot of the same things: repeat, wash, rinse, repeat, pat down. I love it. But I know that I see the corn on the cob and the pub burger along with the salad in my future because I am going to Whole Foods today to reload the fridge before I dive back into work for the next few days straight. And weekends, I tend to stay away from places like Whole Foods, although it is pretty easy to get in and out of. But man, people are eating. I just saw a receipt from somebody dining out on the Cape, and it was like $330 for two people to go out to eat, have two drinks, Caesar salads with their entree. I didn't even get down to the bottom, but oh my goodness, $330? So I guess if I'm complaining about baby butter lettuce being $4 for the 5-ounce container, I they got nothing, or I got nothing on them, right? I wouldn't even want to go out because of the seed oils that most of these places use and the other things, tricks that places use that may not work for people like us that care about our foods and what we're having. I can do just as well going into Whole Foods or getting my pub burgers at my store and enjoying them. So that's what I do. I love my routine. It keeps working for me. I have my spread at 2. I forgot to record 2 days in a row, and it was like, how could that happen? I do it every single day with what I eat. How could I forget? And just in case you were wondering what it was, one was a porterhouse steak that I took from the freezer, and the other one was one of the big salads with the ham and the hard-boiled eggs and the crumbled up bacon. No avocado because it was hard at the store. So that's my fun. And if it ain't broke, I ain't gonna fix it. I love what I do. I love my program. I love my group here. I love what you write that works for you. We're all different. And, I have no plans on changing. I'm glad that I got to black coffee with my clean intermittent fasting. I'm glad that when I have a sugar need, I can satisfy it with a regular portion that, like, before wasn't regular. It was just the beginning, if you get my drift. And so I'm just happy for whatever has been happening inside of me to make me happy with enough. Enough works instead of the more and the never enough and the more. I remember those days quite well when I would just keep going into the kitchen, keep going into the kitchen, keep coming out with something, never feeling full. Fortunately, when I have my OMAD at 2, I'm dining. So it takes a while. So everything catches up. It just I slowly eat. Sometimes it takes an hour and a half to have my entree, which is really kind of weird. I do get up in between just to, in between courses and everything else. I had a peach yesterday that was so divine, and I plan to do that again as soon as the one that I have is ripe. I do love this time of year when I'm shopping for other people. Sometimes I am lost in produce. People just love their produce, and they still have meat and everything else along with it. Some people say to make meat your condiment. I don't have a lot of meat. Well, I do. When I have a lot of meat, it's at one seating. So, like today is the high protein omelet. The steak that I had a couple of days ago that I forgot to record, it was, I ate almost the whole steak. So it's like I do a moment with a higher protein, and then like the next day, like yesterday, could be pasta carbonara, which is not high in protein like the day before was. And it kind of at the end of the week, that's how I look at foods. At the end of the week, have you had enough greens? Do you have, are you eating fruits? Do you enjoy grains? Do you have enough protein? Are eggs a part of your diet? When you have a steak, what do you have? So instead of having a well balanced dinner OMAD every day, it's like one day can be like higher with the grains or the starch or the carbs, and the next day can be much higher with the protein, like today with that little omelet deal that I make. So you never know. At this house, I get to eat what I want, and that is a fun thing. It's taken a long time to get to here, I'm telling you. I'm not eating what somebody else thinks I should eat, and I hope that you become intuitive and can be, you know, feeding yourself with what it is that you want, even if you have to cook for other people and you're not feeling it, and you make it for them, and then you have what you want, which might be the big salad or something like that. Good for you. Good for you. It takes a long time to get to that place of like the time that you eat, what you eat, the amount you eat, and why, right? I'm happy to be where I'm at, and I hope that you are too. Share how you do it, share what's different. Share if you've gotten to the black coffee place and how long it took for you to get here. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom in Food with Clean Intermittent Fasting and OMAD. And the secret to me is the clean intermittent fasting. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.